Welcome back to the John and Linetia Show. So, question. It's about the post office.
I've heard of them.
Do you mail a lot of stuff, or do you?
Yeah, I do a decent amount of.
A decent amount.
Mailing.
I don't mail a lot anymore.
No.
I've been paying a lot of my bills online.
Well, I send packages or I buy things. That's what I'm talking about.
Do you use the mail, the post office more than you would use a UPS or a FedEx?
Oh yeah, because the post office is cheaper than UPS and FedEx.
Very interesting. Well,
plus they've also got Saturdays.
Correct.
Saturday service and Saturday hours.
Well, that they're trying to get rid of. Well, that's another John and Linetia show too. Right now, though.
Well, that's part of this John and Linetia show.
Yeah, kind of. And
because
they're trying to find ways.
The post office has got some money issues.
Yes.
Now, the interesting thing is the Postmaster General had, earlier in the year, brought forward the idea of, well, we're going to have to cut Saturday delivery out by the end of the year in order to save money.
Right.
And mostly Congress said, no, wait, you can't do that.
Right.
Okay. Of course, Congress is not doing anything to help them with the money situation that Congress kind of created for them.
And this comes up every so often in Congress.
Yeah.
They seem to talk about it every couple of months.
And meantime, all of a sudden, we've got a couple of congressmen, one Democrat and one Republican, who all of a sudden have brought up the idea of, one, ending Saturday mail delivery in a year.
Right.
Ooh, where did we hear that from?
Yeah.
And another interesting thing would be to allow them to start shipping alcohol.
What?
In the U.S. mail.
No!
Now, the thing that I don't get is like, so basically what they're saying is we didn't like the idea that the Postmaster General had this idea. This is now our idea about the Saturday delivery. I think the Saturday delivery thing is, I think it's something you can get rid of, although I know a lot of people who like to get their Saturday mail. Personally, if you're gonna get rid of a day of mail, I would say do something like in the week, like a Wednesday delivery or something.
Maybe.
But I think that's fine. Removing the Saturday delivery from the post office.
I don't think it's okay because I feel like you remove Saturday delivery, you're going down on people's jobs.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. You're going on people's jobs. That's one.
But that's pretty much how they got to save their money, though.
I know.
I mean, think about it. I mean, how crazy is it that we've got this system in which I can physically send something to you, and there's this organization that will basically take it from me and walk it over to you. Mm-hmm. I mean, just the idea of the post office is a little insane, knowing how many people there are in the country and how big of an operation it has to be. That said, we're used to it, we like it, but it's the digital age.
Well, it's better than having a horse and buggy, just horse.
Anyway, we're in the digital age, and on the one hand, there's always going to be people paying for package delivery, and the fact of the matter is that regular stamped mail has gone down to very little. Mostly people off of not on the internet, they're not paying their bills online, or people who still send letters and all that. I have no problem with cutting mail delivery down to 5 days. I have no problem even with instead of having delivers to your house, that there's like a communal kind of mailbox system set up, like halfway down the block, and you actually have to walk over there.
Because they were talking about that too, no more of that door-to-door delivery either.
Yeah, I don't see that they remove all door-to-door delivery, but I can see that. I mean, they're already doing it now. Whenever there's a new subdivision, new blocks, new communities go up, they're not door-to-door. There's in the block, basically, so that the postal worker doesn't have to get out of the vehicle, and can put things in basically a big old bank.
That's
of
the way it is
mailboxes.
around my house. Since I live in kind of like this, I don't want to call it like a condo / situation.
Townhome.
Yeah, but it's like a condo type situation. We don't have something like on the inside. Everything is on the outside, and every division has every section has its row of mailboxes. So, if you're from this side between this first one and this one, this is number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mailboxes are sitting outside. Although I do know some places where the mail person goes in and they have a key and they unlock it and they put everybody's mail down in the slot, lock it back up,
Right.
and come back out. So it just depends on where you stay.
Yeah. I think it makes sense because I still think, it's a crazy idea, the idea of door-to-door service for individual, for mail, for letters.
What do you do? We do still have people's homes who have the mail slot on their door.
Yeah, well, you can't convert everything, all at once. It's got to be a slow process. But
right.
But ultimately, you look at it and you go, first of all, cutting back to 5 days a week. Let's face it, there aren't too many businesses that do things, more than Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. Okay? And delivery of the mail, cutting that on Saturdays, I think makes sense. As long as post offices are open so you can go there, mm-hmm. Off hours and mail things.
A lot of people get their, medicine on Saturdays, or whatever types of,
Well, no, they'll have to get them on Fridays or on Mondays.
And then some people aren't home till the weekend. Some people have crazy hours that they work.
Well, then they get home and they'll open up their mailbox and they've got a whole week's worth of mail. I think, part of it is that there's less and less mail. So it's one thing if a mail carrier is going house to house and they're delivering 10 pieces of mail to each house every day. But it's another thing if they're delivering one. Mm-hmm. So why bother?
Mm-hmm. Well, depends on your preference, I guess. It depends. And I'm all for the post office saving money. That's, find out what you need to do that. I think that a great idea that they haven't talked about is, can't you just raise the stamp up a couple more pennies? We're at 44 cents now. Raise it up to 50 cents. Just make it 50 cents. People are going to complain about it, but at least it'll help bring in some extra funds or something else. Or maybe they need to, go into business with someone else. And, we have places that are, partners with, UPS and FedEx. And that's where they make a lot of their money from, the partnerships with businesses.
They already do. Actually, the post office does, I think with FedEx, in which, the express mail is sent, they kind of set it together. Maybe it's UPS. I'm not sure. One of those.
Yeah, but, do more. We have so many businesses that need that type of service, for anything, whether you're shipping dentures or you're, shipping shoes. You still need, someone to deliver it,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I support the post office in doing whatever they can to, to stay around. And going down from 6 days to 5 days of home delivery works for me.
But, but I didn't know that they couldn't ship alcoholic beverages. That's what I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
That was very enlightening for me. I didn't know. I'm sure some people are sending some stuff under the radar. I'm sure. But I didn't know that they couldn't do that, And I think opening up that, that area, that might be a good idea. I don't see why the big deal would be with sending alcoholic beverages. Why? Because it's a government-run thing? Or, what's the big deal? Why couldn't they do it anyway? That's an agreement they had, I guess.
Yeah, it was just against the law.
Well, there's no more prohibitions.
Yeah,
so.
part of it is, shipping alcohol across state lines. And then whether you've got minors who are buying alcohol through the mail.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Still, they need to open up. That would bring in some more money.
Those coal miners don't need to drink alcohol.
The coal miners?
Yeah, miners.
Wow. Yeah. I thought maybe they would probably needed to stay awake.
Maybe.
Well, good luck, United States Postal Service. I hope everything works out.
Thanks for listening to John and Linetia.